Here's a little bit about my family. First, we'll talk about my dad's side, the Poole family and the Campbell family. These are pictures of my great-great-grandparents on the Poole side. The Poole side of my family originally came to the United States from England, and they came to Kentucky and then rode from Kentucky to Kansas in a covered wagon. And that is how this side of my family started to plant their roots in Kansas. My great-great-grandpa Poole worked as a dentist and my grandma worked as a teacher. Here is a picture of my great-grandma and grandpa Poole, my grandma's parents. My grandpa was in the Marines and served in World War II. Here is a picture of my grandpa's mom and dad and my grandpa and his brother. My grandpa was 4 at the time of this picture. And here is a picture of my grandma and grandpa on the Campbell side family. They had 3 kids, Kevin Campbell, Kim Campbell, and my dad, Kenton Campbell. I got the pleasure of having great-grandma Campbell in my life and great-grandma Poole. And of course, my grandma and grandpa on the Campbell side. Here's a picture of me and my grandma, and there is a picture of me and my grandpa. Now we will move on to learn about my mom's side, the Brookover and the Hall family. The Brookover side of my family originated from Ireland, and my great-grandma and grandpa Brookover lived in Eureka, Kansas once they were married. When they lived in Eureka, Kansas, they had 4 kids, one of them being my grandma Debbie. This is a picture of her and her husband, and here is a picture of me and my brother and my grandma Debbie when we were young. Moving on to the Hall side of the family, here are pictures of my great-grandma and grandpa Hall. It is unsure where the Hall family originated from before coming to the United States, but they lived in Eureka, Kansas as well. And they had 4 kids, one of them being my grandpa Allen. Here's a picture of him and his older brother when they were young. Here's a picture of Papa Allen and his wife, Sherry Hall. They are both excellent grandparents, and I am very lucky to have them both in my life. After learning about my family history, now we will talk about my family's religion. Ever since I was born, religion was very important in my family. I was baptized as a Lutheran shortly after I was born, and my brother and I have been raised in that faith ever since. The holidays have also been a big deal in our household. For Christmas Eve, we went over to my grandma and grandpa's Campbell's house and ate the great dishes of chow mein and chicken casserole. These were not dishes that were anything passed down from our ancestors. It is just what my grandma and grandpa chose to have as a tradition. It was always exciting to catch up with my cousins, hang up our stockings, and have the night before Christmas read to us by my grandma before heading to bed. For Easter, our traditions were pretty normal. We had an Easter egg hunt and then sat down and had ham for dinner. Birthdays were also a pretty special thing in our household. Our mom always made sure that we had a cake and we were happy. The most important thing my family has always taught me is just how important family is. I have enjoyed having a very close relationship to my brother and also my cousins. My brother and I were always taught to follow our dreams, and now my brother is in the military and I am going to school to be a teacher. It is very clear that my family has helped shape me into the person I am today. Thank you for listening a little bit more about my family.